Today we're flying the South African Airways A330 from Cape Town to Johannesburg, and what an experience this was. From the amazing views on the ramp greeting the airplane as it taxied in, to takeoff in the cockpit with incredible views on departure, then time in the cabin to sample the South African Airways food and wine, and then back in the cockpit for landing in Johannesburg. Plus, a wonderful cabin crew that couldn't have been more welcoming. Let's go. Hi folks, today we're in Cape Town at the Cape Town International Airport, and we're going to get up close and personal with the South African Airways A330. They fly these from here to Sao Paulo right now. That's actually the one that's across from me that I can see right now is going to head to Sao Paulo shortly. And you get flights sometimes, not every day, up to Johannesburg. So that's what we're doing today. We're on the 2-hour flight up to Johannesburg, hopefully getting out on the ramp a little bit beforehand, hopefully get some nice shots of this beautiful aircraft and see what we see. Should be cool to get to know some of the people at South African Airways, hopefully, and get to know this A330 a little bit too. Sitting in business, though, I'm not sure how much I'll actually be in the seat. We'll see. You know, I've come to love these high-vis vests because whenever I put one on, it means something cool is happening. I'm about to shoot something unusual or interesting. Perfect timing. Alright, just caught the arrival of this beautiful A330. 7 years old, I believe, relatively young, and one of 2 in the South African Airways fleet. It's gorgeous and loud. It's not often you're down here on the ramp as the aircraft taxis in. Those engines, I can definitely see why someone who does this every day would need ear protection. It is, but for me, quite nice as a one-off just to hear that engine so close. You know, I think it's actually my first time ever being down here for a turnaround. I've come down here for the walk around, but not when the plane first comes in and everybody kind of comes in and out to do all their respective jobs, passengers disembarking, all that kind of thing. Pretty cool.
Hi, welcome. Thank you. Good.
Our famous Gabriel is here, and he's gonna be taking shots as soon as the cleaners are out. You are more than welcome to tell him, no, you don't want to be on the picture, but for some of us, we're gonna be posing as he takes pictures.
Yes.
So he's gonna be coming down, so get to say hello to you all. Thank you.
All right, getting a quick look at the cabin before departure. and have to rush because it's a quick turnaround here. And there's a lot of work going on. As you can see, cleaners, engineers, technicians, pilots, cabin crew, all doing their respective jobs to get this thing turned around quickly, checking off last items. First officer was just doing walk around. He's back. And yeah, it's a quick turnaround back up to Joburg. So let's see if I can manage to sit in one of these seats real quick and not be in the way. The trickiest thing about this job can be not being in the way, because you don't want to be a nuisance, otherwise you don't get invited back. And also it's just good to be nice to people and not make their jobs any harder than they already are. So this is the flagship seat right now for South African Airways. The A330 business class is the best seat you can find on South African Airways, and as with many of these kind of configurations, it's one of these where if you want extra privacy and to be closer to the window, you want the even numbered seats. Right now I believe I'm in 6A, and yes, it's very, very comfortable indeed.
May we please have a PAU? Complete PAU, yes, for one. But we've got 3, the others came with a wheelchair. We'll all use the PAU for the rest of them.
So you need a PAU for like 4
yes,
people?
Please. Yes, please.
If you want for 2. Room 334, your pushback side is a full face north for runway 19, QNH 1011.
Push down full face north, runway 19, 1011, speed back.
Intend to the Springbok, taxi Alpha Cross runway 16 up to Walden.
Cape Town ground, good afternoon. Tank Whiskey Papa will be parking at exit.
Tango India copied. Continue hotel to the hangars. Cheers.
Hotel to the hangars, thank you.
143 Juliet observed on the go around. Maintain runway track and climb to 2,000 feet initially.
Then runway track, climb to 2,000 feet, globe 143 Juliet.
Huh?
Do you have the reason?
Very possibly the same speed issue, eh? Yeah. It's that wind changing line, eh? Yeah. Yeah. No, but there's nothing you can do, eh? Yeah.
Globe 143 Juliet, we've got about a 27 knot tailwind on finals and the speed just wasn't coming down.
Exactly.
Denmark 334 behind the Airbus A320 on short finals, until wait, runway 19, full length behind.
Double way behind, landing stream back 334.
Okay, copy, just line up. Wait. Behind the landing. Yeah, line up on 19 now. No stop bars. Okay, approach 301 landing.
Clear across, taxi holding for runway 19, Alpha 2, clear across 16 back 334.
Okay, Alpha cross on 16, Alpha 2, to left side, to right side.
Traffic 295 behind the A330 departing air of you, line and wait, runway 19, full length behind.
Behind the departing A330 line, wait runway 19, full length behind, fair 2 knot. D1.
Go ahead, South 202.
Just a heads up, sir. Apparently, time observation. There is a cell passing across the final approach. We've had a globe just go around now. There's lots of up and down drops on a final approach, they say, with the wind, headwind, and then a tailwind.
South 202, thank you.
Now, 234, able to increase your rate of climb?
No, we're increasing max now, Sugar 334.
Noted, sir. Thank you. You are entering 6,500 feet sector in about a minute and a half.
Or just Sugar 334.
Now 334, thank you. You can connect Cape Town on 125.1 and advise him once clear. Good flight.
What about 1 today, Sugar 334?
Gonna be clear.
Cape Town, good afternoon, Sugar 334 passing 117 climbing 150, clear for weather, direct T10.
Platinum 334, avoid weather to the right as defined.
Thank you, Platinum 0.
Last station to Cape Town, so again, please.
Sugar 334, good afternoon, passing 120 climbing 150.
Number 334, Cape Town grade Q, weather avoidance to the left, to 2. So once you're clear, redirect to position APRAX, climb to flight level 390.
Clear for weather, direct APRAX, climb 390, confirm.
Level 390. Blue.
Alright, taking a minute in the seat, and I'm in 6K. Very nice, very comfortable little setup here. Nicely separated from the aisle. Got a big tabletop here where you can put all your stuff. And looks like quite a nice sized footwell as well if I were sleeping on this flight. But already we're down to about an hour and 15 left to Johannesburg. It's not that long a flight. These planes do go to Sao Paulo though, so that is obviously nice for the passengers to be able to enjoy these seats in on the long haul over there. And economy didn't look too bad either. In-seat screens, every seat, and I saw some extra legroom seats in one of the cabins, but the rest of them looked totally decent as well. And they're serving a hot meal lunch on this sector that's under 2 hours, even in economy class. So we're getting the full service up here in business, but even back there, they're getting a hot meal, and that's just impressive. I guess I'm too used to European and North American carriers, but wow, that's nice to see that still going on. It's kind of like a bygone era of standards in commercial aviation. Of course, for business, you'd expect this. But I was actually impressed on the flight down on the A320 that there were 3 choices for dinner. Even though, again, under 2 hours, I would have expected to be 2 max, maybe even just 1. They had 3 choices. And getting the full service, drinks and food here, but then in the back as well, they get the nice meal service on a 1 hour, 50-minute flight, I believe. Very impressive, and really nice to do this domestic sector on a lovely, quiet A330. Real step up from the A320, no doubt.
So you're going to try some lunch this afternoon. We're serving beef fillet with beluga meat, as well as roasted vegetables, or the king clip with a slice of salmon and pesto in the center, served with couscous on the side as well, and roasted vegetables. So what can I offer you this afternoon?
I think I'll take the beef fillet, please.
The beef fillet. Perfect choice. There we go. Enjoy your meal.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Firstly, that is our Sauvignon Blanc that we're serving from the Western Cape, right? Okay, try that.
That's very nice.
Right, so that's the Anna, and this is our Chardonnay that we're serving today. The 2000, also from the Western Cape, the Anura Chardonnay as well.
Also very nice, but I think I prefer the
Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh,
Yes.
Alright, the plan was to not drink anything, but since it's South Africa, and I went to Cape Town without having any wine. It's actually the first wine I'll have had in my entire trip in South Africa this time. And as you may know, they're famous for their wines. Both the white wines on the menu today come from the Western Cape, where we just were. This is the Sauvignon Blanc. I'm not a wine expert, I don't drink wine all that much, but that is very nice, very light and crisp and refreshing. Do you prefer these short sectors, or do you do some long hauls like Sao Paulo?
No, the long rolls are much better. Yeah. Long rolls are fun.
Because you get time on the other end, or
Yeah,
what?
it's just I enjoy overseas flying. Always enjoyed overseas flying. The domestic is a lot of fun, but I prefer the long haul.
Okay. How's the jet lag? It always seems to be...
No, to get used to it, eh? Manage it, it's fine. We will be commencing our descent for Johannesburg in the next 5 minutes or so, touching down at 10 minutes past 3. That's what we have for Johannesburg. Overcast conditions with a temperature of 19 degrees.
Good day, it's FA382.
FA382, good day to standby departure.
Standing by.
Link 814 Victor, monitor 121.90. Thank you for the speeds, goodbye.
Whereas 121.90 is perfect. 14 Victor.
1000.
Good mark 334 on the you left clear to land, surface and 090 degrees 7 knots.
3 left, goodbye 334.
Tango Romeo Papa, good afternoon. Are you going to Trollop?
Hi, sir.
Tango Romeo Papa, route inbound 6,000 feet or below. The QNH is 1029. Report final approach for Trollop. Landing, question, report final approach.
Thank you, clear. Inbound 6,000 feet, 1029. I will call you final approach, Trollop. Tango Romeo Papa.
Turtle base FA 295, final approach here to your right. 295.
Thank you. Number 34 Juliet, report heavy final approach in south.
100. 50, 30, 20, retard. Auto brake off. Ready.
In sequence, final point on the left here.
In sequence, line up and way 0 to left India, so FA382.
lovely flight on the A330. Short, but sweet. Got to do takeoff and landing in the cockpit and lunch in the business class cabin. So what more can you ask for? The perfect 2-hour flight on an A330. South African Airways really impressing me so far. Just lovely cabin crew, great service, kind of above and beyond what you would expect in terms of meal service, including in economy. And you know, they know who I am, they know what I'm doing, they know I'm making videos, of course. But I just don't think you can fake that kind of warm-heartedness that I just saw from those cabin crew. Same on the previous flight, and it seems to be pretty much a consistent thing at South African. So, next up is the inaugural Johannesburg to Perth tomorrow night. It's possible I will have published that already, so if so, make sure to check it out. Links will be all over the place to that. And thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to SAA behind the scenes on the A330 domestic. See you next time. In Johannesburg for Flight Radar 24, I'm Gabriel Lee.